Indie Mogul.
Welcome to this week's Movie Math. Here are today's headlines. Cars 2 gives us a peek under the hood, Christoph Waltz's second act, Michael Douglas campaigns for not one but 2 Oscars, and of course the weekend box office. Now let's get started. A few days ago, Pixar released the teaser trailer for Cars 2, which is the next Pixar movie to get the franchise treatment after Toy Story. The original Cars was not only a huge box office hit, but the brand has continued to do extremely well for Disney and Pixar. So well that an entire Cars land is opening in 2012 at Disney's California Adventure. For Cars 2, Pixar seems to be making a U-turn from their increasingly sophisticated fare, instead opting for a fun, lighthearted spy romp around the world, which is pretty darn smart for the sequel to a film that made half of its money off of international audiences. Yes, in Cars 2, Lightning McQueen will take along his pit crew and new crew chief, Mater, as he competes in the Race of Champions, which takes place in 5 different countries: Japan, Austria, Italy, France, and the United Kingdom. During the race, Mater saves the life of a British super-secret spy car and is himself mistaken for a super-secret spy. Speedy hilarity ensues. All the main voice actors are back, and John Lasseter will co-direct. Cars 2 hits theaters June 2011, and Pixar is becoming pretty aggressive about establishing its successful films into franchises. A sequel to Monsters, Inc. hits theaters in November 2012, plus your favorite Toy Story characters will be returning in a short film that will play in front of Cars 2. And it's even rumored that a 4th Toy Story film is in play. Last year, Christoph Waltz was proclaimed the Best Supporting Actor by everybody. This little-known Austrian TV actor took Hollywood by storm, a feat made all the more impressive considering how youth-obsessed the film industry is today. But rumors of the Oscar curse and warnings from fellow European actors made it seem like the clock might strike midnight sooner rather than later. However, Waltz, an optimist, kept on dancing. So almost a year after his big win, let's see how he's doing. First up, he'll be the villain in the Green Hornet. Taking a role that Nicolas Cage turned down, Waltz was conspicuously absent from the film's first trailer. But hopefully this January release, in 3D, will be a sleeper hit like Paul Blart Mall Cop or Taken. If it's not, it is a Michel Gondry-directed superhero movie, which might be inventive enough to at least get the respect of critics. Next, Waltz has the supporting role in Water for Elephants, Robert Pattinson's big Take Me Seriously as an Actor movie. If the film is not laughed out of theaters, it's supposed to be Oscar bait and co-stars Reese Witherspoon. Then Waltz plays the Hans Landa of the Three Musketeers, Cardinal Richelieu, in Paul W.S. Anderson's 3D version. Orlando Bloom, Logan Lerman, and Anderson's wife and constant leading lady Mila Jovovich also star. So far, a few released set pics are not encouraging. But after that, Waltz has a pretty surefire hit lined up: Roman Polanski's film version of the Tony Award-winning play God of Carnage. The play is about 2 sets of parents who get together after their sons are involved in a schoolyard fight, only to have a much bigger fight of their own. Waltz will play the husband of Kate Winslet, while the other couple will be played by John C. Reilly and Jodie Foster. Critics are already salivating. See, acting is a marathon, not a sprint, and Waltz is doing a clever job of diversifying his portfolio. He's got his serious films, and he's also leveraging his Oscar win to give some status to a few popcorn movies. This was a strategy very cleverly used, at least for a little while, by none other than Nicolas Cage after his Oscar win for Leaving Las Vegas. For Waltz, all 4 of these movies will have to fail in order to kill his career. But if just one is a hit, and surely one of these films will connect, then Waltz can trade on its success to line up another project or several. That's a bingo. Last week, I discussed the frontrunners for this year's Oscars, and some of you asked how the nominations are chosen. Well, the Academy is a by-invitation-only group, which is divided up into segments such as actors, cinematographers, and costume designers. Each group votes for the nominees only in their category, meaning only actors vote for the nominees for the acting awards. When it comes to picking the winners, all the members can vote in every category. Actors are the most powerful voting bloc because they're the biggest. Now, it's during this time of year that studios and agencies campaign to get their movies and clients nominated. They send out DVD screeners, hold screenings, run ads in the industry newspapers, get publications like the New York Times to do major articles, and even hold events celebrating a movie or actor. And one such actor this year is Michael Douglas. 20th Century Fox is pushing for a Best Supporting Actor nomination for Wall Street 2, which has a shot because it's a follow-up to Douglas's first portrayal of Gordon Gekko, which earned him a Best Actor Oscar. Then, newbie distributor Anchor Bay wants a Best Actor nomination for Solitary Man, a low-budget dramedy that flopped at the box office but is a flamboyant character study and produced by Steven Soderbergh. The Academy eats stuff like that right up. Then, in an article in the New York Times this week, perhaps placed by a studio publicist, it's mentioned that both studios are even hoping Douglas's current battle with throat cancer might earn him some sympathy votes. Yes, nothing is off limits when it comes to getting a coveted Oscar nomination. Johnny Knoxville and Company once again narrowly escaped injury this weekend as they still hold the record for the biggest October opening despite a strong showing from Paranormal Activity 2. Yes, Paranormal Activity 2, which opened at number 1, came perilously close to Jackass 3D's $50 million haul last weekend. That's double what the first Paranormal Activity made when it went wide last year, and bigger than any Saw movie has ever opened, at least so far, as Saw 3D hopes to fight back next weekend with the help of increased ticket prices. In second place was Jackass 3D, falling 57% from its opening weekend, but still taking in an impressive $21.6 million, giving the film a total of $87 million in just 2 weeks. In third place was Red, holding up much better with just a 31% drop from last weekend. Confiscating another $15 million, Red is up to $43.4 million so far. Not anything amazing, but this is only week 2 for the film, so we'll see. In fourth place was Hereafter, which went wide after its limited release last weekend. Envisioning $12 million, that's a solid performance, but the film will need some major award nominations, not just lip service to Eastwood, to keep it alive. As for the rest of the box office, The Social Network and The Town continued to work hard to make the kind of money Jackass 3D and Paranormal Activity 2 make in their sleep. Life as We Know It and Secretariat continue to run neck and neck in a piddling race, helping neither Katherine Heigl or Diane Lane's careers. And that's this weekend's box office. As always, thanks for watching. Please note there will be no movie math next weekend because of Halloween, but I can tell you there are plenty of BTT specials coming your way in the next 2 months. I'm Grace Randolph, and we just did some movie math.
Subscribe, comment, rate it.